Hello gang, welcome to Billy's Bluff. I do apologize. Let's get a couple of homework things out of the way, and why I'm going to apologize, it's because I didn't get an episode out last week, basically. I apologize because at the end of the day, City Skylines 2 came out, and so that took precedence, and I've still got a lot of things going on in the background, but that's neither here nor there. You don't need to worry about that. But I've decorated up this little place down here. It's kind of touristy slash... it's just an area. It's a bit of a nothing area. I don't want the AI typically building over here, regardless of the fact that I put town road in. I'm going to actually put in some blocking stuff, these here collision tiles, just so you know the AI doesn't go and go ahead and plop itself down in here. You know, you can just do something like this, bury it underground, and off you go, basically, right? So you can do all sorts of things with that. What size is that? That's that size. I can just, you know, wallop a few of these in and around the place. Let's get it like going that way. The second thing I need to bring attention to is mods list, basically. So if you've gone ahead to try and get the mod list off the Steam Workshop through the map, what's there on the right is actually the required, it's only the required mod you need to start running the map. It's not the full mod list. What I'll do is I'll go ahead and update a season 2 mod list. Right, we're ready to go. We're ready to crack on from here. Update a season 2 mod list to go along with it. But anything you see, if you see the mod list you see on there at the moment is specifically, like I said, just to run the map. So if you want to play the map straight away with how it is basic, they're the mods that you need that I've got there. I will look at moving over the mod list for that. So I had to go back and double check it myself, because I did think that I'd put a full mod list in, but I didn't. It was only what was required, just to save some confusion there. Right, so we're going to get the last place hooked up today, which is Chipper. So we're going to go Crafty Cuts, Chipper, back to Hammerhead Bay. You can let me know what you think down here, but I think this has come along nicely. Just to recap, I've got these lovely little capped buildings here. We've got a little show train down here. As you come in, you'll be able to see the old school train down. Now, I did want to put like some kind of a roofed cover on that thing, just to give it a bit of protection, you know, from the elements a little bit. I might look at seeing what I've got down there later. Down here, I've got some touristy, like, picnic barbecuing area. I've got these little shops down here. We've got some buses that have pulled up, right? Just spare buses hanging around. We've got spare trucks that are dropping off stuff to the botanical greenhouse section here with some seats in. Yes, Johnny, if you're watching, that fountain is for you in there, so you can sit and admire the fountain. We've got the parking. I've got it all fenced in, and I love these two little capped, like this was an old, if you think about it, and especially in Sydney has this, there's a little, they've got a couple of little islands right in the middle of their city. Old school islands, and some of the one of the islands is actually where they used to keep prisoners, actually, in Sydney Harbour. But they've also got old school fort in the middle of Brisbane. I mean, not Brisbane, Sydney Harbour. The old fort that used to protect for naval stuff. The old guns off, they fire at midday every day. And there's some little, you know, just this kind of reminded me of that. I wanted to throw it in like, okay, this has been established here for a long time. Originally back in the day, there's some original parts there from the fort. You can see our train. Let's just come in. Right, it's got 24 on board. It'll do better once we start getting it going. So that's enough of the intro stuff today. Let's come down to Chipper. Let's get ourselves built in, ready and raring to go. We're running the regular stations, are we? I think down here. I was just having a look at what we've got here. Yeah, we will. We'll run. I need to probably remove a heap of these stations that don't really work anymore. We're just going to run the regular. Now that's the people that way. I could just be cheeky and throw it up here and be easier. Sometimes it pays to be easier, especially if the town's going to grow. It can't obviously grow further that way. It has to push back towards forest here. I'm going to take out this weird road that they have put in here. We're going to make it easy for ourselves by attaching, or coming straight off that. Yeah, we can come straight down the side here of the runoff line, straight up in here. So I'm going to take that out, take all that out. I'm going to take these out. Yeah, I know you're upset. I know you're upset. You just have to hang in there. It just means we can't play until we're ready to go. Give me 2 tracks. Give me 2 here. I know I've got 1 at the other one, but I want 2. We want high speed 2 as well. And I think that should be enough room about there to do what we want. Now, I am going to make sure this is double-sided. Oh, get your head out of the gutters. Passenger building. You know what? Beat it. I'm going to go these mediums. Look, Chipper's not a huge town. It doesn't need huge buildings. It's literally only a small place. It's a small tyke, okay? Do I want any of these? Typically no, but also it kind of marries into that flush and nice. Like it does. It really does. If you're going to do that, where's the small ones? Yeah, you could run like a couple of these off the side, hey? I could. Doesn't really do anything for us. You would have to run this one. That way you keep it all aligned. Yeah, just on those two, thanks. So it's like opposites on each side, but it's the same. So you get this kind of symmetric / asymmetric style to it. Each corner's got the buildings there, basically. All right. I'm not. Yeah, actually, I will worry about tracks now. We're going Portuguese too, aren't we? Which means I'm gonna have to change this track in here at some point. But for the moment, keeping it flat. Okay, bend the road to the rails will. Literally gonna head up that way. Nice, easy jaunt out of here. I'm gonna have to do something with this roundabout and fix that road up at some point. You can go. Well, I'll tell you what. That's sneakily getting very close to the water's edge, and I thought that might happen. So we're going to have to do this. See if you can get that in now. Brilliant. Right, why are we double tracking all of a sudden? I don't know, actually. Good question well asked. Do you want to fix your road here? I mean, your beach here now? Tickle it fixed. I don't need to be double tracking this. We can actually switch these down into one track, I think. But for the moment, let's see if we can just plug and play. What are you doing? You're gonna want to do a tunnel there. Are we going to take this road out and redo this road? Potentially. I think we should do it now if we do. Oh, there's a lot of people upset with us. This is actually quite an easy build through here, isn't it? Well, easier than I thought. Yeah, we'll just have it flat there. Thanks for the moment. I will slip you. And I'm happy for you to run like that. Yeah, I'm kind of happy for that to run like that. That's really easy. Okay, what are you gonna do with that road? How about we get the rail in both ends? It's probably the easiest track I've had to lay in quite a while, I'll be honest, actually. I'm gonna bring you, you, as in, yeah, just you. I'm gonna actually slip you on that bend, so you get a nice, see how it's all one nice big curve. It all looks uniform and beautiful. Right, now this train is going to run alongside the freight one, but having the freight one only running one train and the passenger one running in one direction, it makes for an easy track lay. Right, so all of a sudden, there is a connection, there is a loop now plugged in. Let's fix up some road network stuff we had going on down here. This one, simply put, can literally just probably do that. It can still do a crossing. However, you know, I'm gonna fix up all of this. Oh yeah, you guessed it. What are you gonna do, Ham? Well, you know, I always love a roundabout. So we're gonna make you fairly large. Number of lanes, 2. Bish bash bosh. Means that now we can get to, I'm actually gonna keep you angled. I'm actually digging that. And then you can be a bit more like that. That street there is going to get a rehash off that roundabout that's been, well, it's like more like an oblong now, isn't it? I guess. We're going to run you straight to there. Then I don't know why you're switching these roads, but I'm going to actually set you back to be a full size road. Same with you and you. You. Okay. Because why not? Because now I was speaking in the Boundless Bay episode about someone did ask me what I prefer, Transport Fever 2 road system or City Skylines 2 road system. While City Skylines has had a much needed massive improvement, we don't need that to run there now. While it's had a massive improvement on its road tool build, there is something just easy about Transport Fever 2's road network system, and there always has been. And it's still much easier, so you can lay exactly what you want to lay regardless of the terrain, and it helps manip the terrain. One thing I'd like to see, probably an option, I don't mind the way that City Skylines 2 has their road network now, because it's actually taken a lot of the mods from City Skylines 1 and applied them into the current new game, and I appreciate that. It's like they've listened to what people want. We're going to do this as well while we're here. It's like they've listened to what people want in terms of mods and what tools they want to help them with the road network. However, I probably would have preferred if they had have maybe even switched up the way they do their road network, their whole road network, to be honest. Right, we want the catenary, please. Portugal, catenary, that's concrete. I think it's not that one, is it? No, it's definitely not that one. It must be this one. It's definitely that one. Okay, so you're still complaining you don't have a connection. Is that because of this end? Potentially. I have a feeling I kind of want to send this road just up to here. Now, the thing about City Skylines road network that I do love is the fact of how precise you can actually be. Yeah, I think we can just do that. If I want, like the AI started building down here, by the way. Oh, wow, they've really gone gangbusters. Holy moly, look at this. They're really trying to pack it in down here. I wouldn't mind bringing like a road up here and giving them the option. Yeah, you know what? Get rid of that. Giving them the option to actually do something like that. But what you seem to get from... That's a steep hill. What you seem to get from this game is some really organic flowing streets. Now, when they build the town streets, it's a little bit of a spider's web, if you ask me. But when you actually can lay in your own roads and you can sort of lay out how you want the town to grow, you can get some really nice looking stuff as well. I mean, for example, let's come over here. I really love looking at Weaver's Watch down here. If I hit Alt G, Weaver's Watch, you know, I left the town originally how it was down here and just helped it a little bit up and around here. It's even coming down here further. It's actually connecting up with these guys down. I think we've got Sharkfin Bay and stuff as well. Holy big building, Batman. And then when you start adding in your own ports and stuff and train lines, you can really sort of shape a town and really, you know, you can prune and cut and trim these towns to get them how you want them. Holy big buildings everywhere. What about old Cape Hank down here? I mean, this is not Cape Hank. This is actually Billy's Bluff. I apologize. Cape Hank's, we'll go and check out Cape Hank because it is my favorite town. But look how good this is. You could imagine that Billy's Bluff is one of those towns that has been around since the beginning of time and it's just had to organically grow like something like this. And I use that term organically a lot and I hate it. It makes me cringe, but I can't think of any other word to describe it as a part of it just evolved into that from nothing. It had to start somewhere, and it just did. Whereas this, on the other hand, this looks like a proper town. Now, what lacks in Transport Fever 2 compared to something like City Skylines is the fact that you don't have surrounding suburbs just kicking out all around. You have a massive downtown, you have a few little suburb areas in the town, but unless you're going to classify like Hidden Valley over here to be a suburb of Cape Hank as a capital, you don't have suburbs. So, you know, realistically, we should be seeing suburbs extend out to here, potentially out to here, over here where the farmland is, and it should be like one or two capitals on the map, and then the rest should be surrounding suburbs. And potentially we could force a playthrough series to look like that. But yeah, anyway, I like the look of Cape Hank. It's probably my favorite. It's probably my favorite city I've ever put together, mostly because of when we put this together on live stream, it just came up so wonderful. I love it. Everything about it. All right, anyway, back to what we're doing. That's why we're working on these little gurus down here who just haven't had any love the whole playthrough until now in season 2. All right, so let's get some road networks continuing on. Now that I've given my little sermon on what I feel and what I think about the two games, if I can give one last honest opinion, they're not the same game. One's a transport tycoon company managing builder that allows you to do a lot of complex stuff and variation stuff with the towns and the map, and I'm all about it. The map editing and stuff. It has a lot of similarities, but they're completely different games. Okay, one's a city builder management, build your city up, and I love the direction City Skylines 2 has gone in, especially with a lot of that stuff they've incorporated with the unlocks and everything. But yeah, you can't compare the two games. We can, but you can only compare certain features. I feel comparing the two games is not a thing. Like I said, because both games are literally different. Okay. Speaking of running city, see, you can set up like grid systems as well in here. Do it all. Okay. As we run it down to here. I don't know what I'm going to do with this. Maybe we'll continue it as a bit of a shed thingy. I'll leave it as a dead end like that for the moment. I'll take that up to there. All right, but for the moment, that's going to be that section just there. I wouldn't mind a connection over here, I'll be honest. What's it going to cost you to do that? Any track bubbles? No, it just raises the actual road. I can handle that because you know why? We can actually soften the terrain up to it to make it look less aggressive. While it does look aggressive, it still is less aggressive. Okay, brilliant. So, and that's us taking Chipper and giving it some of our own style of like, and that'll look really great down there, I think. All right, it will probably clip into that unless I force the ability for it not to. Now, there's plenty of ways you can stop the AI growing. One of them is to literally just run a train track up here, you know, or you could just put one in the actual woods itself down there. I'll probably end up using our collision tile. I'll just make one really long strip. You can do that. Yeah, like that. What do we want? Diameter X scaling. Right, so we can literally just do that. And I'm going to go ahead and do that because this is a big forestry map. I want the AI to extend and build out further. Oh, that's no good. I'll do that later in my own time. I don't think we need to do that now. Then I can put the trees back in. But for now, I won't worry about it. Maybe I will use the train track idea. Right, let's figure out, because we're probably going to run, eventually we might have to run 2 of these trains in, but by the time the train gets around there, by the time it'd have to get back there, it may as well just chug on down to here and then back into here. So 1 train at the moment is probably all we're going to need. Let's get, it's the HCC connection, that's right, because Hammerhead, Crafty, Chipper, HCC connection. Manage the line. Hey, buddy boy, after Crafty cuts, at the station of Chipper. And Bob's your uncle. It's literally as easy as that. Now, I don't like that. So because we don't need you to do that, I'm actually going to bring you in really nice and smooth. I don't typically like I don't like them turn when you have the junction like that and the train has to come from this way and turn onto there. It's a really sharp turn with that switch and I don't like it. I would prefer it to come in with a smoother turn. We got a diamond crossing there for switches anyway. So I'm going to leave it like that. That's pretty good. That's actually really good. So that's that. Press play. That means that people should start coming around. I think what we'll do, I'm just going to clean up this road down here. I want to get just a little commuter service in here for these guys as well. Then we'll start looking at the next job we've got, which is going to be a lot of freight stuff we have to start getting sorted. I'm going to come from there to there. Yeah, that's better. I'm going to bring a road through there as well, like that. I'm happy to have some of these dead-end ones down here. Actually, you know what? I'm probably happy to leave that so you've got actual just beach there. I know I took out a big building there. Don't care. Like, this is just a mess through here, but I'll allow it for the moment. This is much neater down here. If anything, we could pop that in there. I'm going to leave that one. We've got a lot of big open gap down here. We'll throw these. How do you want to do it? I kind of want to do that. Nah. I don't care that I'm deleting buildings either, by the way. And then I guess you should go there. Yeah, that makes me happier about that. Okay, let's pop in. This side here, I'm not going to worry about. If the AI build down here, they can just walk straight to the train station. It's this side here that we'll just get a bit of a commuting service going on. Buildings wise, what do you want to run? Do you want to run something like this or not? I don't think we need to. It doesn't warrant having anything that big. I think realistically it probably should just have a bus stop. I kind of like the rural one. Yeah, I really like the rural one. It's going to come through here. We're gonna just go bash. I don't know what you've got going on with this street, but I hate it. I know you think you're like doing a good job there, but you're just not. Like, you're making things work. Build that way if you want to build something. Okay, back to this. We'll do, yeah, I like some waterfront bus stop there. Let's come around to this corner before heading back downtown here, there, and then back into this way. Pretty simple Simon Pyman stuff. We do have a lot of trucks walloping in downtown too. Look at our old sailing ships we've got going on as well. Right, you're going to be under the sea. And we're going to say you are Chip. Is that what we're doing? Yeah. Packs and... well, I could put city commuter. Citycom bus. Okay, Chipper's pack Citycom bus. Right, it's not the most brilliant naming convention, but it's one. It definitely is one. We can send trucks straight down the road here. Brilliant. 5 vehicles, passenger. What are you going to run for this? I kind of want to run the fishbowl for it. Or, yeah, the Santa Clara. Yeah, I want to run the Santa Clara fishbowl. 2 of. Set them on Chip. Pack City Boon. Right, so I'm actually okay with that. And the reason why I'm not going super ultra modern is because this town is not established yet. So I want to have that sort of feeling of the town is not fully established. It's a timber working forestry town with a port, and they've only just gotten their first passenger station in 1994, so their whole commuting service is getting up and running. So, budget cuts and whatever. I love coral shores, by the way, mostly because of this through here. And it's got a great big port, and I love this little causeway at the back as well, all done up. Oh yeah, I'm just really in love with it. And I love the view back over there to the city. Look at that. What a great view. I really love this map. I've really enjoyed playing on this map, and I'm so glad we've come back for season 2. It's really nice, and the break from it was good as well. Right, how are we doing down here? We've got people waiting there. We've got 15 there. We've got people now. We should have buses on the way for these people, so this will build up. Okay, right, so let's come back here, because this, you know, we haven't been back here since the start. Right, we've got to look at one thing here, which we're all in unison about, and that is going to be fuel. We even have the refinery here. We've got a plastics refinery here, so bringing in refined oil is realistically what we should be doing. Now, our now brown cow, we have this port down here. Now, you're delivering there, you're delivering there, you're delivering there, but we have the capacity to take more. So they're taking that crude over to here. They're literally just shipping it over to here, right? Which is fine. Where are you then sending that? You're literally just transferring there. Then you're sending it via truck. Where? To the train station. And then which train station's running it? Looks like this one. Jackhead Rudy's Freight. So, and then it goes up to the refinery over here. Right, so the refinery's outside of Tin Can. Is there another refinery up here? There's another fuel refinery there. Just trying to see who's got the otherwise down here. We've got 2 refineries here. Not doing a whole heap. Right, now so we could literally send a ship to go all the way around there. But I don't think we want to be doing that. Just have another little scout up here, because I don't think there's in terms of refineries, it's going to be either Tin Can Oil Refinery, or we use these ones here. I'm probably more in 2 minds to use these ones. Right. Now if we use these ones, and what? Well, they've got plenty of capacity to be doing more for us. If we have somehow we are able to get reserve oil from here, which they've got, there's plenty in store up here. We're shipping it out down here. We're getting it into the port. I guess we could run a train from this freight yard. I mean, it could even go the back way down here. We could then, like we talked about, splitting a line off to come all the way down here. I wonder if we should be bringing oil all the way down to the coast here. Shipping it from, and fixing this, right, so I think I've forgot our new venture. This old school port here, which has never had any work to it, is going to get reworked, and we're going to fit it in over in this corner opposite the town. This is going to be brilliant. My brain is fizzing with excitement and with possibilities here. A nice big port. A lot of ports around here, not a lot of nice big ports. Or we utilize a port we've got here. Oh, my brain's fizzing with excitement though. We need to do something with this. So the plan would be this oil here, when it gets sent over here like it is now, so we don't have to touch it, we're going to get more sent, so we might actually put more ships on, and we're going to train some of that down this coastline. So even if it comes out of here and follows that way past the passengers, and then train it, keep training it down past Sandy Shores. We could even just utilize the passenger train coming in and through here, bang, and then off the side here. So let's get this measured out. Off the side, we put in a nice big freight station. Now I'll probably have to do some land stuff, right? So, you know what? I had like this mod here is brilliant. We could utilize this one. I love this rail yard thing. I think I've only used it one other area, but I think it could come in really handy down here if we can clean up Clean up all these roads, clean up that track, extend ourselves a little bit, do a little bit of a little bit of land maintenance here. So we might need to do something like this. So that's our square, by the way. That's what we're working on. That's our playing field on that angle for the port. Which is totally fine. We might need to square off. You know, that might be enough. I want to keep it at that height, I think. Although that's not going to work because, well, the port will just have to sit a touch lower. We'll have to bring it up to the train height. So instantly I want to get this in here. Still a lot of work there to do. Look how big that is, by the way. That is quite large. You're looking at taking this out to here. And all of a sudden our bay is just shrinking a little bit, isn't it? Well, I'll tell you what. If we can get this in, then I can worry about where I'm going to go. Okay, you know what? I'm going to do it now. Let's just have a little play here. We're going to have a little play here. We won't get a lot of this done today. But what we'll do is we'll get ourselves prepped up and ready and get the chance to have a bit of a think about how we're going to do everything. I don't mind that we're taking out old roads either. Old dirt roads. I like to keep the dirt roads in, but at the same time, I think we need to. Right, what are you... You're not... I'm just going to take out those bits of track too. Right, and then give me some flat land like that, please. How do I feel about that? I probably prefer you to be more like that. Now, why are you hating that road? You really are hating that road though, aren't you? Right, take that right back. We're doing a lot of blowing up here. That works probably a little bit better. Okay, plug it in because I want to see how that goes. I know I'll be frustrating everyone with by not plugging that in properly. Now, this here, I don't think we can. We can't. The tracks are what they are. I don't think I can change them. Yeah, I don't think I can. Give me this track here. Portuguese. Can we upgrade? Can we upgrade these tracks? No, can't. I'm not really typically worried about that because I've got a certain look I'm going for. Now, the great thing about these buildings is they look like they belong in this forestry industry, and that's what I really like. We have to sort of play with these tracks a little bit now, and then we can sort of fit the wharf in around it later on. Now, like I said before, we don't need both these tracks. I think I'm going to utilize both of them though. First one being over here. And it comes out. Now, I'm going to plug this in now. Right, so that should have that line taken care of. Which it does, right? So it comes down the back and it's got a bypass track out the back here, which I like. I'm all about it. And then it swings back up through and does what it's got to do. Right? Bish bash bosh. Thanks for coming. We've undone that road there. We're utilizing the outside track, which is fine because we can switch the train if we need to. Now, first one is going to what? That's not a track. Are they not tracks in there? Okay, just a little bit there is not working. That should then follow out there, but are they dead? There's track literally like it comes into there. Is that light rail into heavy rail? Is that what that was about? And then there's turnarounds here. There's a connection there. I wonder how that's supposed to work. Right, just give me this for a sec. It's gonna require, we're gonna require a lot of work around here. So if you're thinking to yourself, oh Ham, this is a mess you've got going on, especially like all the land and stuff, it's not even gonna look like, it's gonna look completely different to this when we finish. So don't even think about it like that. Now, why wouldn't you let me run that around there? That makes no sense at all. You've got yourself a crossing there. For the road? But you're not letting us cross the track there? That's very odd. Right, well, we've got some kind of connection here. I'm not happy with it, but the game wasn't allowing much more for what we could do, but regardless, it's in. Now, it does have little built-in roads in here for the truck stop, so I'm hoping that will work there. I'm also hoping I can get some kind of connection from this side somewhere. That's like train. Oh, maybe I could pull it from this way. Okay, so if we grab this, and you've got one there too, and you've got a little booth there as well. So we're going to just do crossing there. I'm aware that this was forest once, but now it is not. Right, I'm actually going to get a roundabout. We're going to bosh you in right there. Oh, you've got to be kidding me. This thing, I'm beginning to think, is it even worth putting this thing in? So I guess in between episodes we can have a bit of a think about it, because I just don't know, you know. I just don't know if it's worth it or not. It seems to just have a bit of a mind of its own. It's good, but it's great. It looks great as well, but it's tilting me. Okay, it's tilting me hard. And I don't like it. Alright, there. I'm going to just go like that. We're going to run you up here. So this is not a bad idea. And you know what? In fact, I'm going to upgrade all these roads to make life just a little bit quicker for our occupants that are riding along. You don't want two-way Ham. That's my bad. That's my bad. Make sure we're going the right way. Otherwise, Steven will be onto me. Go and check Steven's channel out, by the way. He makes great content. And, yeah, he's a good supporter of the channel. And we're a good supporter of his channel, I hope. Makes great content. Okay, Steven Spry, that is, if you don't know. I'll put a link in the description down below for you. How's that sound? Make it easier. All right, I'm going to connect that road back up. Riding along in my automobile. Ba-da-da-da-da-da-da. Yeah, if I sort of squidge that over there, it starts to make... This is looking a lot nicer, actually. And then I want the straight piece, thanks, because the straight piece has to come from... there. And it can just come straight like that. In fact. I mean, I could have gone to there, but I'm not going to. Yeah, happy with that. Right, so that's kind of how we're going to do that down here. Then we can start to shape the port to it. Right? And then obviously we would have truck stop connected with it and all that sort of stuff. And yeah, I am interested to see how this thing's going to work. All our red things are away. Just check all the line management we've got going on down here. That's shooting down there. We've got lines going that way. Yeah, they've got connection there. Right, everyone's happy. We can hit play and everyone should be doing their thing. Doing the thing. And we're going to ride this train out today. Where is it? Where are you, train? Here it is right here. Ladies and gentlemen, so yeah, like I said, I just hit the microphone. Like I said, next episode we will crack on with that port and look at starting to get a I want to start getting fuel up so we can start growing those towns now. Now that we've got the infrastructure down in place, still got a little bit more, but we can start really expanding what we're getting down there now. So, i.e. products, which is going to be really handy for us going forward, while those timber trucks need a replacement. Anyway, gang, thanks for hanging out today. Enjoy this little track ride along today. We're going to mosey around just at the 1x speed. I think that'll be perfect for us. And that's about it. Stay safe wherever you are. Stay glued to your screen for plenty more action. Get out of here.